So I don't want to speak for Diana, but I think growing up, we weren't cool kids, but we weren't not. We were like
just
in the middle. I know we have some friends from high school who watch it. I think like I felt so fortunate. We kind of got to sneak by in the middle.
Yeah.
Didn't draw a whole lot of attention to ourselves.
But like the cool kids that were on our teams and stuff, like soccer, we were cool with.
They would acknowledge us.
Yeah,
like
they were nice
knew
to
who
us.
we were.
We helped them with their homework.
Yeah, gave them our snacks. It was fine. We had it figured out. But I don't think either of us ever felt pretty.
No, it was never like, oh, look at me. Like there was never that feeling.
There were like the pretty girls and then there was us.
Yeah.
And it was fine.
And we were athletes, we were in band, so it was like all fine.
It was fine, but I don't think we ever felt like, oh, I'm super cute or I'm pretty.
Never, no.
It was fine, but we were still confident. It was just like.
Yeah, and we had fun and did well.
So I think it wasn't until we started getting into early 20s, mid 20s that we were kind of like, oh, wear a little makeup, do our hair a little bit more. And
it might have been after college. Like when we talk about late bloomers, like this is late.
And I look back now and I'm like, oh, I feel like the Lord protected us.
Yeah. But we didn't get any unneeded attention.
Right. And so it hasn't been until more recently too. I think we've been like taking it a little bit further now to.
And the world takes it so much further now.
That's
so there's
probably
just
it too.
Influence there.
We're gonna talk about like microblading, eyelash extensions, hair extensions, color. I don't know that I would do as much if we weren't making videos.
You wouldn't.
No. But I have found some of this stuff to actually be like really helpful and good. So we're gonna share our beauty, I don't know.
Well, and from like the minimalist perspective, because Dawn is a minimalist to the core, and then the like a little bit more high maintenance perspective.
So we are sitting on Diana's bathroom floor today. The kids are not in here, so it's great. So we just want to share some of our like beauty things we do now. Some of them honestly have been a game changer and we're so grateful for, and then others are more of a luxury. Maybe.
Yeah, and some we're like still deciding on, right?
Yeah.
Like it's just kind of like, I don't know if other people feel this way, like where is that line or that point? Like how far do we really need to go? At the end of the day, like beauty is fleeting, I've heard.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and let's start there. So I've been reading Anne of Green Gables to the kids recently, and if you're familiar with the story, Anne laments about her bright red hair. And she was like, if only it were another color. And Marilla, who has adopted her and she's gone to live with, says, Anne, it is so vain for you to be so focused on your looks. And Anne says, Marilla, but how can it be vain if I know I look homely? And she says, but I love looking on beautiful things, right? And so for Marilla to even think about hair color or other things is very vain, and it's like this line, right? Like don't go over it. And so I think recognizing right off the bat, we're all different. And we're not saying this in a prescriptive way that everyone should do this. We are simply having some fun on a Friday, sharing descriptively what we've done, what we've learned, what we would wholeheartedly endorse, and other things that are a luxury and kind of fun once in a while.
Or we're still deciding on.
So that's my disclaimer.
Yeah, this
good?
is just for fun. That's it.
Let's go first with microblading, because I did not even know what this was until Diana told me about it, and now we've both had it done and could never go back, I think. So do you want to explain what it is?
The fact is, we just have very, very light eyebrows, but eyebrows are one of the really important things in defining your face. And so we were always like using a pencil to like fill them in. And so then when it's like, wow, I could spend a couple $100s and have like really beautiful, it's like, I guess it's tattooing.
It's like a low-level tattoo, so it's not permanent. It'll last anywhere, depending on your skin, from like 1 to 3 years, and you do have to have it touched up. So we went in for the first session, which takes longer because they draw the shape, and that's what I like. There's actually a lot of science and measuring behind how they create the shape of your brow, and then it is like a low-level tattoo that they fill it in with.
Should I tell them how you lied to me?
Yeah. Okay.
The process.
So, like you all, if when we were talking about doing this, and I'm like, what are we doing? You start watching YouTube videos, right?
Yeah.
And every video I watched, everyone's like, it doesn't hurt. Like it's not going as deep as a tattoo. So if you've had a tattoo, it's not supposed to be the same. They put some like lidocaine cream on it, and they said like it's a tickle, it's a little bit of a annoyance, but it doesn't hurt, right? So I'm like,
and I didn't watch any videos. I just trusted Dawn. Okay.
Even though you were the one that found this.
Yes. So, but I gotta send her first.
Yeah.
She's the big sister.
So I make the appointment. It's like a 2-hour appointment for the first one, and then afterwards, but we can talk about that in a sec. So I make it, they like draw it on, and then they start doing the actual filling in.
They put the numbing cream, let it set.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Decide what color you want to do, you okay the shape and everything. And the gal was very much like, I am not going overly dramatic. Like, this is meant to be very natural looking. Like, that's the intention. I'm like, good, that's what I'm here for. So she starts going, and I'm like, tickle, oh, that hurts. Like, that actually hurts quite a bit. And she kept going, and I'm like, I have like tears in the corner of my, keep in mind, I've had 4 C-sections, like I'm no stranger to pain, but I was like, oh, I feel like I could feel it. I don't think the lidocaine did everything. So I learned that some people are more sensitive and not. Like, for some people, lidocaine does nothing, and others, it's very effective. So I think I'm just on the end of the spectrum of not being effective. So Diana asked, how'd it go? And I did not regret it. I'm still glad I did it. So I wanted her to do it. So I said, oh, it was fine. A little annoying, but totally fine.
A little tickle. I'm glad you lied because otherwise you just worry about it, and I still would have done it again. Yeah. But yeah, even when I go to the dentist, they have to like keep the Novocaine coming. It's just as our metabolism. I mean, we're identical twins, so I guess we could assume that that would be the same. Yeah. And so so for most people, anybody else we've talked to, it's no big deal. Didn't hurt. Yeah. So I would say for probably 90% of the population, it's no big deal, and you just won't even. It'll be a tickle. Yep, so one like 2-hour appointment, and then you go back after like 6 weeks for a fill-in. That wasn't as bad just because it didn't take as long. They still felt the same, but it didn't take as long.
And it was shorter, and you knew what to expect.
And I need to go in one more time.
I'm planning another one. Yeah. So what we both like is you have the shape of your brow. So Diana fills hers in a little more. Most days I don't. Sometimes on video days I'll fill mine in a little bit more but day to day I don't, and I love it. I feel like I wake up and I don't look so, I don't know.
Your face has a little definition. You just look a little more, And again, this is where it just kind of comes back to Anne of Green Gables, and it's like, okay, what is within the budget? Like, we did not break the bank here. What's within the budget, within my means. This is pretty low maintenance overall. Yep. It makes the makeup process more efficient. So then it's kind of like, and I just feel a little prettier. Okay. Yeah. Like, check, check, check. All right, I think this is a good investment for me.
Yep, I agree. For the cost, the time investment, I think it was completely worthwhile, and I plan to keep mine up and keep going. So I want to talk about eyelash extensions next, but first, are you doing okay? Diana announced in her video last week that she's pregnant, which is so exciting.
We're so happy, but this floor is a little hard. We were just at your house last week. I brought the kids down, and we were just like snuggled in on that couch, the blue one. Yes. I mean, it is so comfy, and I see the kids like all over it. Yeah. How long have you had that now?
So today's video is sponsored by Allform, and we've had it since October. So going on 6 months now. We love it. It is like the home base of our house. And Diana, you'll appreciate this. It's completely customizable. Yeah. We were so frustrated trying to go to furniture stores and pick from what they had and Amazon and online. This, you go to the Allform website, you pick the size, you pick if you want a chaise end or an ottoman, if you want it on this end or that end, you pick the color, the material, you can do leather. Yeah. It was so fun to like design it and have it be custom fit to our space and just get what you want in a couch, right? And it was super cool because like Tom is pretty, I mean, he puts furniture and things and builds things all together, or all the time, but like you in Princeton could have put this together too, because I'm not trying to talk down, but you know what I mean.
The pretty girl and the IT guy. Thank you.
Right.
Okay, I get what you mean.
It wouldn't mess up your hair, like because it comes in individual boxes, so you can bring them in very easily. It's very clear. The instructions are very clear. The kids help put it together as well. And so it was not intimidating, and it was super fun to see it like take a shape.
Well, and I actually just watched my sister-in-law and their family go through this, where they bought a sectional from the furniture store after a lot of like trips to the store with kids and everything like that. They finally get it. They get it delivered. They get it in the family room, and they're like, this is too big.
Yeah.
And so they had to return it.
Yeah.
And now they have store credit.
Yep.
But it was like really the only one in the store that they liked. They've been back there now 3 times trying to find something else that they like. So the fact that you can custom fit this to be exactly what you need, and that the chase is on the right end, and you know, everything is amazing.
And the material is stain resistant, pet friendly. The kids have gotten some stuff. I just take a microfiber cloth. It comes right out. You pick the color. It's made in the US. It's actually a sister company to our Helix brand, our mattresses that we love. And so all around, just a great experience. But if you would get it home, get it set up, and it's not quite right, you have 100 days to test it out and see if it's a good fit for you and your family. But I'm not joking when I say this is like the hangout spot of our home.
I do wish we were sitting there right now.
I know, right?
That'd be good. Okay, I'm good.
All right, so let's talk about eyelash extensions. So for, I think mostly since we've been getting into video more, we've started just doing like some strip lashes. I try to keep mine, I cut them down so it's like just on the outer edge.
Our eyes are small.
We don't have, okay, I'll show a before picture, like no makeup, like
I will not, just so you know.
Some of you have like these beautifully defined features.
Yeah, we
And
not.
I remember one time going to work and I forgot to put my makeup on, like when we were younger. And someone said, oh no, are you not feeling good today?
Are you tired? Are you sick? Oh, absolutely, if we don't have makeup on.
Yeah. So you need a little eyeliner, some mascara, but the lashes do help just make you look awake. And so mostly I just do it for video. Now it's kind of like stage makeup, and I do a little more to like look good. But Diana has been experimenting with something else recently.
Well, I have a friend who does actual eyelash extensions, and it's a really significant cost and time investment. So that's why I've never done it. I love the way the false ones look. Again, just to have a little more definition and you just feel pretty. But you know, it's an hour, a little bit over an hour every 2 weeks to fill them.
Yeah.
And then that costs every time.
And you went back and forth. You've been talking about this for 2 years, maybe? Yeah, quite a while.
And honestly, it wasn't until she said, I'll give you a discount, that I was like, okay, I'll try it. And it definitely simplifies like my makeup routine, because then you're not putting on eyeliner or eye makeup or, you know, mascara or anything like that. So I love that. But you still have to wash them every day. There's just different maintenance.
I did not know that. Okay.
I know, and then kind of like comb them and get them to go the right way. And then like you cannot rub your eyes.
No, and at night too, you have to sleep and make sure you aren't like smashing your face.
You're not supposed to. I'm a side sleeper. There's just no way getting around that.
Okay.
So the jury is still out. I love always looking like I have eyes. And because again, like if family would come over on the weekend and I don't have any makeup on, like literally they walk in the door and they're like, are you tired?
Yeah.
And I am.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest, like 2.5 kids. But so that part I do really appreciate.
Mm-hmm.
But this is not for the faint of heart. This is high maintenance. I don't know if this is a long-term fit.
Right. So a lot of times I'll get these 3/4 length ones and I still cut them down shorter, because it's just so much easier to put them on when they're shorter, and especially if you're first learning. Or you can even cut them into like thirds and put them on like a section at a time. Can be really helpful too if you're just learning. And I'll actually keep mine on for multiple days. So there is a glue that you can get on Amazon that lasts like quite a long time. It's not good for you, I'm sure, of it, but I've learned how to sleep now so that they don't come off while I'm sleeping, and this can actually keep them on for even up to a week. So depending on how well you get them on and everything. So depending on the week ahead that I have, I'll use this. If I'm just really need them for the day, then I'll use like just the glue that comes with these, but this can be nice at times too. So, well, we'll check back with you on that.
I would be curious. Can you put some totals on here? Because I think the other difference between you and I is I do have my hair highlighted as well, because I just feel like I was meant to be blonde. I don't know. It just
and Princeton really likes it too, right?
Yeah. And so I do have my hair highlighted. The microblading we both did. That was a one-time investment. The eyelashes, and then I get my nails done.
Oh man.
See, now the more we talk about it, I did not think I was that high maintenance.
You just do a little bit more. Well, let's talk a little bit more about the hair first. So Diana goes to a salon, you have it colored, highlighted. How often do you have to do that?
Every 8 weeks. I go pretty far in between.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot my root.
And every
right
other
here.
time I just do a root touch-up. So
Okay.
only full foil is every, whatever that is, 3 months.
Okay, and I've been using the Madison Reed hair color.
Yep.
You go online, you pick your color, and then
Not sponsored.
No, it comes every, I don't know, 6 weeks. I have it set up, but I usually try to stretch it like 8 to 12. I didn't bring, do you have
Minimal mom.
Do you have your root spray? That
I do.
is a game changer. Like that'll make your hair color last an extra
Good.
4 weeks.
4 or 2? I was gonna say 2.
I stretch it too
Okay.
far. And I actually really like Diana's light colored hair, her blonde highlights, and pretty much overall color. And I had my hair light for quite a while, but it just got so damaged and I was trying to grow it out. So this is like our natural color. And I like it well enough. I do like it light. I know some of you had said that, but it just was so hard on my hair. Okay, so this I think is like an unsung hero. If you have roots that you want to cover, or if you have thinner spots in your hair, if you put this on your scalp, it actually makes it look more full. And so it works really well for that too. So I usually put it like here in my part line, and then over here is thinner. And so, and like I have gray hair growing out, so I'll cover it here as well. I just colored not too long ago, so it's not so bad right now, but this works really well. And it lasts. This will last for like a few days. And so I like that I don't have to put it on every day either. So this has been great. And the other thing though, I was just telling Diana about this, that I got, that I love, this is to dry your hair with. I never thought I feel like this has come back from like the 90s.
Okay, yeah,
I don't know.
80s, yeah.
But of course I follow someone on Instagram who was like, this is the coolest thing ever. So I'll show like how you use it. I feel like this makes my hair look a lot healthier, and I could just do this and go. I wouldn't even have to like then curl and straighten or anything. So I told Diana she needs to get one of these too.
Okay, so highlights you get online.
Mail.
all
I think
over
it's like
color.
$18.
Yeah.
Is that how much it is? I don't know.
Eyelashes, and then my nails, I do get gel nail polish. I don't do acrylics or anything like that. I just do gel so it lasts a good 3 weeks. Sometimes I go 4.
Okay.
So that's pretty,
And I don't.
and my dog doesn't care. So
That's quite a bit more you
but I
spend.
think if we break it down by month, I don't want to know.
I know what to say. I don't know.
I don't think I want to know.
So should we do a poll then? Who looks prettier with? Just kidding. I think
Is
you
it
would
worth
win.
it?
I think you would
Is
win.
it worth it?
You look beautiful. Oh, I know the other thing we have to talk about for hair then is extensions.
Oh yeah.
Okay, because we talked about this before, the Halo extensions just off of Amazon.
Yeah.
Super cheap. I haven't worn it recently. My hair's more grown out now. I'll show a clip where I used to wear it like all the time.
Every day.
Yeah,
Didn't even
and you
think
don't
about
wear
it.
yours as much anymore.
Mine's longer now too.
But it's really easy because you've done like the section clip-in ones. Too
Don't
much
do that.
work. So you can actually adjust the length of this depending on how long your hair is. And I haven't done it for a little while, so I'm not quite as good at it. But when I would use this really frequently, I knew exactly how much hair here to pull up before I put it on. And then there's also like these clips in it that hold it in place in your hair. So it's super easy. So you just get the wire up along this line that you pulled back, and then the rest of it just sits down like this, and then you can clip. And then you just let the top hair down, and it covers up the wire as you just kind of brush it in. You don't see the wire at all, and you can adjust it if you need to, but it just adds like, I would style my hair a little differently if I were wearing this today, but it just adds like some nice fullness. Sometimes I would like to do just like a side pony with it because it just makes it so nice and full. And it was actually really easy to match the color. Anytime I've gotten these, this was like my third one, I just tried to get what was closest, and they always matched really well. This one's like a little darker than my hair, but you usually expect the hair underneath to be darker, and so it blends right in and no one is the wiser.
And once you
and
get
go.
good at it, you
Yeah.
literally do not think about it. It stays curled or straight, kind of however you have it styled.
Yep.
And it's amazing how adding fullness to the base of your hair makes all of your hair, because actually our hair is fairly thin.
That's the other thing.
And fine.
No eyelashes, no eyebrows, thin hair.
We were just like that plain doll that came in the box. That just, you know, like, it's cute. Like, we're cute. We could give it cute.
Oh, yeah,
you
yeah.
know, but it just
Yeah.
was like, you know, just that plain.
And I know some of you are going to say, like, girls, you're beautiful without it. Like, you don't have to do this, and you are so kind. But I think we both, I don't know, we feel a little bit better, right? You feel better about yourself.
Yeah, I didn't think I was spending as much as I am, so I might have to reevaluate. Some of those stick-on nails now are amazing.
I
could
know.
definitely be. It's just been with little kids,
Yeah.
you can't wait for nail polish to dry.
Okay.
So sometimes, like, so maybe the stick-ons would actually work out pretty well for me now.
Yeah, so
Okay, that's a good.
it's fine. I'll link to some of my favorite makeups down before. There's a few things that I just love and always go back to. Like the mineral powder foundation, as much as Diana tries to get me to do liquid foundation, I can't. And this liquid eyeliner is the best. It is super cheap on Amazon, but it stays on so well. It doesn't end up in the creases of my eyelids, and so this is my go-to for sure. And we just all have our things. Right? For some of us, it's this, and
it really is who you surround yourself with. Like,
That's true,
I
too.
don't spend a lot of time on social media looking at all the beautiful people. So that does definitely influence you. And like when you were staying home full time, you did none of
this was not
None
going
of
on.
this.
No,
Yeah.
this was like going to a friend's wedding.
And even in college, like, we just didn't feel that pressure, which is amazing. And so
Yeah.
it's kind of like it's like we're trying to just do enough to like be presentable. Look
Yeah.
good.
But it does
Feel
start to
pretty.
be a little, kind of a lot
When you think about
after a while.
When you think about it.
And I don't do this every day, right?
No.
You do it more days, but
Mhm.
it's like the kids know when I'm in a video, right?
Yeah.
Like, oh, mom, you're doing a video today, right? Like,
We'll be quiet.
Yep, that's it. So, but I always find these things helpful, hearing from other women, like what they do, what they like, what they don't. So I hope we could just have some fun today and visit about it. And yeah, I would love to know your experience with any of these like things too, and if you would recommend them or things you for sure would do, not so much do. It's
Or
fun to
what
repost
haven't
it.
we done? People are doing permanent lip color now.
Yeah, that's true.
Eyeliner. What would you recommend?
And I think I'm good. I don't think there's other things though.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna this will be our line for now. But if you do other things, that's fine. Again, we all get to choose what we want to do. So no judgment here.
But especially if you have like cost-effective or kind of creative solutions
Yeah.
too, those would be fun to
Or
hear
great
about. Or
beauty
how
products.
do you keep your beauty routine minimal?
Yeah.
Would be really helpful.
Yeah, that would be fun to hear too. So, all right, leave that down below. We will follow up with Diana maybe in a month or so, maybe Mother's Day. We'll see how the lashes are going, if you're going to stick with that or
Okay.
not.
I can't wait to see you too.
All right, well, we love you. Thank you for hanging out with us today. We hope you have a good day, and we'll see you again soon.